Coming up on First at 4, sports betting locations across the Commonwealth are now open. Officials describe what it could mean for Kentucky's economy. And President Biden embarks on a trip to Asia to meet with leaders from several countries.
Plus, we are tracking more rain chances into this weekend. Your full forecast coming up as Mountain News First at 4 starts right now.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News First at 4.
Good afternoon, I'm Steve Hensley. First at 4, sports betting locations are now open at various places across Kentucky, and officials say it can bring a lot of money to their areas. The Mint Gaming Hall in Williamsburg and Corbin are two places that people can now make sports bets. Williamsburg Mayor Roddy Harrison says people will come from across the region and across the border in Tennessee to visit.
Just going to increase the number of people that stop here at the Mint. And right here we are, right off the interstate. Now you can do horse racing, you can do the machines inside. Now you can place a bet on the ball game, watch it on the big screen, go outside on the backyard.
Mayor Harrison says finally having the option to bet on sports in person is surreal. The mayor said he knows many people have been waiting a long time for the opportunity. In Floyd County, the fiscal court is pursuing a special prosecutor in the investigation regarding the murder of Amber Spradlin. Judge Executive Robbie Williams sent a letter to the Kentucky Attorney General's office today requesting that appointment. In the letter, Williams outlines his concerns surrounding Spradlin's death. Williams says the community is concerned and people are waiting for justice.
Well, we are watching out for a few showers across the mountains as we close out your work week. Most of us are dry right now, but a few showers are possible. Here's a live look at the radar, and as you can see, a few spotty showers, mainly in southwest Virginia. Zooming into Lee, Wise, also Buchanan and Dickinson County. A few showers here, not too far away from downtown Norton. A heavier shower there. Here's a live look from UVA Wise. We are cloudy, also cooler, thanks to showers and also clouds. That temperature down to 73 degrees. We should be in the lower 80s. Most of us, though, in the 70s at this hour. 79 for Somerset, 78 for Jackson, also Pikeville, and 81 over in London. So we are near average or just below average as we close out the work week. Into this evening, though, you may need the umbrella. We are watching out for a few showers. Not going to rain everywhere tonight, but a few showers cannot be ruled out. Those temperatures fall into the middle 60s as you wake up and kick off the weekend, and that busy forecast does continue as more showers are possible into this weekend, but very similar to today. Not going to rain 24/7 on Saturday or Sunday, but some showers are possible. That full forecast coming up in just a few minutes. Steve?
All right, Cameron, thank you. President Biden is at the beginning of a trip through the Indo-Pacific, starting with the G20 summit in India. The trip is an important part of the U.S.'s international strategy to counter Russia and China's growing global influence. CBS's Natalie Brand has more from the White House.
President Biden arrived in New Delhi, India, and went straight to a face-to-face meeting with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi. The two have met more than a dozen times.
Continuing to advance the U.S.-India relationship will be a priority this week. We highly value our bilateral relationship with India.
The talks come ahead of the start of the G20 summit, marked by the notable absence of Chinese President Xi Jinping and Russian President Vladimir Putin. Russia's war in Ukraine will be a big focus of the talks among the world leaders.
We remain committed to extensive and strategic multilateral action in response to Russia's war on Ukraine.
President Biden is also using this trip to Asia to build support as America tries to counter the rising influence of China.
The United States strategy for the last 5 years or so has been very much focused on the Indo-Pacific, and particularly on building a network of partners.
George Washington University professor Deepa Olapalli says it will be challenging for the U.S. to insert itself into Asia's economy.
China is such a large presence in all of these countries. China is the largest trading partner for practically every country there. At the same time, most of these countries would like the U.S. there as a way to soften the Chinese presence.
In addition to India, President Biden will also visit Vietnam, another country that borders China. Natalie Brandt, CBS News, the White House.
Vietnam is a country which has benefited from the trade wars between the U.S. and China. Former President Donald Trump is fighting an effort to keep him off the 2024 ballot in Colorado. Trump's attorneys want a lawsuit filed by Citizens for Responsibility and Ethics moved from state court to federal court. The advocacy group filed the lawsuit earlier this week. It seeks to disqualify Trump by citing the 14th Amendment's ban on insurrectionists holding public office. A growing number of scholars have embraced that legal strategy. Coming up on First at 4, festival season in the mountains is in full swing. We'll take a look at the economic impact.
Plus, a fall feel is on the way by this time next week. The details on cooler temperatures coming up after this break.